Phoebe truly wanted her marriage to work. From the moment she met Dan, she had been drawn to him so much so that she agreed to the arranged marriage, hoping love would follow. She had believed that once they were married, Dan would eventually open up to her, but now with separate rooms and invisible walls between them, she couldn't help but wonder, why the distance? Why the boundaries? These questions swirled in her mind as she drifted off to sleep. The next morning, Phoebe began exploring her new home, a vast mansion that felt more like a labyrinth. She tread carefully, afraid she might actually lose her way. As she wandered, a thought occurred to her. Perhaps she could make breakfast for Dan, a small gesture to bring them closer. After some searching, she finally found the kitchen, only to be greeted by a maid. The woman smiled politely and informed her that Dan had already left for work. The news hit Phoebe like a wave. He left without even saying a word. She forced a smile when the maid offered her food but politely declined, her appetite lost. On her way back to her room, Phoebe stumbled upon Don's. Curiosity got the better of her, and she stepped inside, hoping to understand the coldness in his eyes, the distance in his voice. As she searched, she found a photograph Dan with a woman she recognized from Whispers. Angel, his ex. The way Dan looked at her in that photo, his eyes full of love, made everything click. She must have broken his heart. In that quiet moment, Phoebe made a promise to herself. She would do everything she could to win his heart. She loved him and she wanted desperately to be loved in return. Later that night, Dan returned home, heavily drunk. His friend Ethan had insisted on drinks to celebrate the marriage, and Dan hadn't known when to stop. Ethan helped him inside, and as they entered, Phoebe rushed over to assist. Ethan handed Dan over with a grin and left them alone. Dan, too intoxicated to resist, leaned on Phoebe as she helped him to his room. Then suddenly, he pulled her close, his arms wrapping tightly around her. Her heart skipped a beat. He looked at her not with cold detachment, but with burning desire, and kissed her deeply. The kiss was fiery, full of emotion. Phoebe's body responded, her longing surfacing, but she stopped herself. Not like this, she thought. Not when he's drunk. Gently, she guided him to bed, tucked him in, and returned to her own room. As she lay down, the memory of the kiss replayed in her mind, a smile tugging at her lips. For the first time, she felt a flicker of hope. Like, comment, and subscribe for more stories.